Hey, how's it going everyone? SKC Darthtator here with the Set 2 Red-Green Luffy gameplay video here versus Purple Kaido. I'm running a lot of the film engine here, giving it a try, and it seems to be great with this leader. So let's get into the gameplay. I start off pretty basic, placing the Nami, pull myself a Brook out of the deck, and then pass my turn over to the Kaido. And then the Kaido here, he plays the Hannibal, the 1-drop. He gets to search for the top 5, looking for an Impelled Down card, which I believe he misses here. He does, and then he ends up passing the turn to me. And I drew it to a chopper. I attach one here to my Luffy, swing at Kaido, play another Nami. Unfortunately, I can't pull Nami with Nami, so I ended up just pulling the Usopp. Didn't think I'll need a pistol this early in the game. And then I place my chopper and then pass the turn back to Kaido, where he comes in swinging in with his leader. I decided I didn't want to take this one, so I just blocked early with my chopper. He plays another Hannibal. This time, I believe he does hit. He pulls himself a Hell's Judgment, something for me to keep in the back of my mind. Is that event card? And then on my turn, I actually end up top decking a pistol, so I'm even more, happy that I didn't grab the pistol the turn before. I attach another one to my Luffy here. I'm just trying to get him to pitch cards out of his hands, and he does use a 2K here. And then now I'm going to start ramping some cards on the field. I go into a Brook, into an Usopp play. That way, next turn I'll really be able to start applying pressure. Really want to go wide with this deck, and it seems to do that quite efficiently. On his swing here with 5K, I decided to just take it. He drops his King here, great card in purple. He can knock KO 2 cards. One of them has to be a 1 cost. One of them is a 3 or less, I believe, and the other one's a 2 or less. I believe he just ends up popping my Usopp and Nami here. Yep. And then he passes it back to my turn. And my hand is looking pretty good here. I have decent combo power in my hand, being able to drop the Luffy into something else. I swing just a plain 5K here, see if he uses a card out of his hand. He 2Ks out of it again. Just keep applying pressure. Swung with the Brook. And then I drop my Luffy here into Zoro. And again, just applying pressure, keep swinging at his face. He uses another combo out of his hand. And then I pass the turn. I'm looking pretty good. Got a blocker on the board. He swings at this Brook here. And I believe I decided to just let this go. Yeah, just let that go. Still have Zoro on the board. Drops a Hannibal here. Pulls a Domino into his hand. Drops his Onigashima. He's ramping up more Dawn. He's deciding here what he wants to do. He attaches a couple Dawn here to his Kaido and he swings in on my Zoro. And this one I decide to let the Zoro go too. I want to save some. If anything, I can always swing with this Luffy, restand it with my leader. Here he comes swinging with the Hannibal. This year I decide to just block. And then he places his Domino blocker and then passes the turn to me. I have some options here. Just going to try to clear his board a little bit. I was able to kill that Hannibal for free. I attach one here to Luffy and swing at his face. Takes another life. And here I go, just playing Luffy into Brook, into Chopper, just going really wide with this board. I have 3 blockers on board right now. I let this Nami go. I don't need her anymore. Still sitting at 3 life. I have a Radical Beam in my hand. Let myself take that one. That way I'm in Radical Beam range. Here he swings for 7. I just block it for 1. Here comes the Kaido. Drops my Brook. Swings here for 5K. Or 10K, I'm sorry, into my 5K. Just decided to block out of that one. And then I save the Luffy with my Radical Beam. And I top deck Shanks here. I'm just running one of the Shanks here. He's kind of my, ending the game card here. I wish I probably would have seen him a turn later where he was on 1 or no life. So I just attack here. Swing with the Luffy, trying to get him to pop something, maybe a card out of his hand. He actually just ends up taking the life. And I probably would have played this a little differently the next time. I probably could have went for game here. If I swung with some of the Luffys here, I still had an open Dawn. But I could have probably got another life with the Luffy. But again, I probably should have attached that Dawn there too as well when I swung at the King. Because he still had that open Dawn. He ends up blast breathing it. Was an unfortunate little minor misplay there. Again, I could have probably just swung at face. He wouldn't have been able to block it. We had to burn 2 cards out of his hand, maybe even more to save against it. So before the end of the turn, I decided to just play another Nami, add myself a Straw Hat. I decided against going against the Brook. I don't have anything to combo with it unless I top deck something next turn. So I just grabbed the highest hitter, grab Zoro. He's even 1k combo if I need to. And I passed the turn. I'm looking pretty good here. I still have 2 7k blockers. I have combo in my hand if I need to. He swings here at the Shanks first. I actually decided to just block that. I kind of want to save the Shanks. He's got a nice, can't block. He won't be able to block with Domino if I swing with it. He swings with his leader here for 5k. He's being a little greedy with his Dawn here. Decided to punish him, I believe. Yeah, just combo out of that one. That way I could save my blocker in case he wants to go for Shanks again. He still has King on the board. He swings 10k at the Shanks. And then I just blocked that one as well, I believe. Yep, block that, saving my Shanks. Yeah, because he still has that Domino on the field. Next turn, I just want to be able to end the game. Which I can definitely do on this turn. I have the Jet Pistol as well. Which I believe I decided to go that route. I swing first here with my Shanks. Make him 11k, that way even if he has a bunch of 2ks in his hand or Blast Breath, he won't be able to combo out of it. I get rid of his blocker here, and then I swing 10k at the leader. I probably could have sequenced this a little differently as well, but I still get the result of the win. He left some Dawn open. I guess he didn't have anything to combo out of it. But then we go into a game 2 here. Again, I always try to look for the Nami for turn 1 play. With this, I end up grabbing the Luffy, I believe. Yep, grab Luffy. That way, when I hit that 7 Dawn, I can, potentially have a nice combo with that. If I pull him, I pass the turn over to Kaido. He drops a Hannibal and drops a Shinyu into his hand. That was a card that I really didn't see in the first duel against them, but I'm sure I'll be seeing it multiple times this one. So here I attach one into Luffy, swing at face. Again, I'm either trying to get him to use cards out of his hand or maybe take a free life. He uses a 2k combo. That's good for me. And then I put some blockers on the board. Just trying to be safe. Keep my health, keep healthy until I can get some guys on the board. He swings here for 6k. I'm just gonna take that life. I want to get into Radical Beam range. I want to save blockers also for if I have, my other characters on the board, like Zoro. So I just swing here at face for 5k. He ends up taking that life. And then I go a Brook into Zoro combo. I attach one here to my Zoro. And then I swing for 6k at his leader here. And he uses another 2k. Just trying to apply pressure. That's what this deck does. Just goes wide. You already see it's turn. That was my 3rd turn. I have a full board, 2 blockers. I'm looking pretty good. My hands are looking pretty good. I can use my Luffy next turn. He swings. He's going for my Zoro here. I believe I really punish him. He both games he was really greedy with his Dawn. So I blocked that first one. He pops his Shiryu here. And then he pops my other blocker there, unfortunately. And then he attaches 3. He's going for my Zoro. Really wants to kill it. This time I decide to just Vista that. Combo with the Vista. So here, I top deck into a Nami. That was a pretty good top deck. I'm going to clear his board, swing Nami into the Hannibal, and he just takes it. Then I'm just going to apply pressure to his face here, let him take it, or pitch cards out of his hand. Uses a 2k there, and another 2k there. And then I get my Luffy, and then I get a Nami on board. Unfortunately, I didn't have an extra Dawn to use the Nami effect, but I have her on board for next turn to swing. He swings here at my Brook. Decided to just block it. He was being greedy again with his Dawn, so I made him pay for it. Just block it and leave the Luffy on board. Let him take the Zoro. I still got the Brook up. He plays the Kaido again. I think this is 2 games in a row where Kaido's my Nami. I don't even get to play its effect, unfortunately. And then he just takes out my Luffy. So I just have Brook on my board, and I got a lot of 1-drops in my hand. Gonna put the blockers down, so and I'm gonna use my Luffy effect this turn. Didn't get to use it the first game, but instead I really don't have much else to use it on. I use it here. But first I want to clear his Shiryu. He doesn't combo out of it, which either means he doesn't have any combo in his hand, which is good for me. Swing his pace, he takes it, restand it, swing again, and he takes it another life. And then I just drop 2 blockers here. I could, defend this Brook. It's the only thing I can really swing with at this point, unless I juice up the Nami. So he gets another Shiryu, unfortunately, and he pops out one of my blockers. Nothing I can do about that. He swings for 5k here at my Brook. And I just decide to Radical Beam out of that. I'm not going to be able to combo out of the Kaido swing on it, so I need to save my blocker for that. And so here comes his Kaido swing. He goes for the face here. And I believe I just take that. I was sitting at 3 life to his 1. I didn't feel the need to block it. He drops a blocker here, and then he passes the turn to me. I go not into my Nami. Pull a card. I was deciding what to get here. I didn't need a chopper. I already had the chopper. I can't combo anything with the Luffy, so I decided to go with the Radical Beam. I can't grab another Nami. I got a 2k in my hand and a Radical Beam, so I can, save some stuff here. And now I just decide, I'm just gonna keep going face here. I can't swing over his Kaido anyways. He's got a blocker on the board, so I just start to, making pitch cards out of his hand. I'm gonna use my Luffy effect again this turn. I swing here for another 7k. He blocks that one, and then I restand my Brook. Swing again for 8k this time. So now he's in a pickle. He ends up using a Blast Breath. And now he's down to 2 cards in hand, just 1 life. I'm looking pretty good. I have an open Dawn here, so I can Radical Beam if I need to. I'll start his turn. He drops the Anya Ball. And he's looking. Ends up missing again there. He swings 5k on the Brook. And in this is where I do make him pay a little bit here. Again, he was being very greedy with his Dawn. I just used my Radical Beam there. I have the 2k I probably could have just used the 2k there to be safe. But he didn't think I had any other combo in hand, so I just hit him with the 2k there. And then for his last swing here with the Kaido, I just block out of that one with my Genghis. And then he should have swung with his Anya Ball here, attached some Dawn, but I don't know if he misclicked or what. He ended up passing the turn to me. And then shortly after, he just ends up disconnecting. He knows he can't survive 3 possible swings here with Luffy and Brook. And with that, thank you for watching the video all. Please hit the video with a like if you enjoyed, and please subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. And thanks for all this love and support, and see you guys in the next video.